What does playing all of those retro games you love look like? Does it fit in the palm of your hand? Yes, it does. This can pretty much play PlayStation 1, PSP, Nintendo DS, and that is incredible. The Anbernic RG34XXSP. I want to show you how to unlock your gaming experience using this. For those late millennials and early Gen Zs, this console should look familiar to you. I mean, it's damn near identical to the Gameboy Advance SP that was released in 2003. This is the console that I grew up with. This is the console that I know best. So when I saw that Anbernic was taking a swing at it, I had to try it. So let's talk design before specs. The similarities between this and an SP on the outside are uncanny. On the left and the right sides of the console, we have two micro SD card slots. The one on the left houses the operating system and some game ROMs, and the one on the right is an expansion for any more games that you might want to bring along. We've got your volume up and down buttons, also on the left side. On the right side, our buttons are restart and power. Interestingly, with this unit, it's much more effective at holding battery charge while on standby mode. This is the RG35H, and I find it chews up battery really quick, whereas this SP can hold on to charge for a really long time, at least 3 days I've tried so far. I think that's because on the RG35XXH, standby mode only turned the screen off, but didn't turn the actual processing power off, whereas the SP seems to be doing some sort of soft hibernate mode. Now on the top we've got our L1, L2, R1, R2 bumpers, the 1 buttons acting as the same standard SP shoulder buttons. And then the 2 buttons are for additional controls if you're playing a console that would require that. They're also raised, which is nice, feels a little bit more ergonomic in the hands. This also boasts a wonderful USB-C charging port and data transfer port. Admittedly, I've never used this for data transfer. I don't know if I trust plugging this into my computer. I don't know. Mini HDMI, not micro. And on the bottom we have a glorious headphone jack. The ribbed back is a welcome addition since it adds a bit of grip while playing. For accessorizing, here's a little loophole, which right now has my figure that I got from Japan on it. I don't even know who this is. I also added a bro sticker to the top of it. I just feel like this is something that I would have done as a kid and accessorize your stuff. That's the whole point of having it. And the yellow is really nice. It feels very Pikachu Special Edition. I really like it. Let's take a look inside now. Look at how nice this is. I adore this console. The red buttons are clicky and responsive, as well as the D-pad. But it's not too clicky where it sounds like a vintage computer. It's a nice soft click. For obvious reasons, the joysticks are recessed, that way the lid will close, but they can be a little bit difficult for larger fingers like my own to reach in there. Here are the start and select buttons, and at the top a menu button. Last but not least, you've got your beautiful SP bit crunched speaker. This is the 2003 gaming experience right here. Let's talk specs for a sec. We have a brilliantly bright 3.4-inch IPS screen, viewable from any angle. It's 720 by 480. The CPU is the H700 quad-core ARM, 1.5 gigahertz. GPU is dual-core G31 MP2, DDR4, 2 gigabytes of RAM. And it's running Linux too. Cool. Apparently you can trade Pokemon using this. I don't know. I've never tried this before, but having something that can be updated via Wi-Fi is incredible. And then Bluetooth options as well. When it comes to the media abilities, that's where this thing really shines. It has tons of emulators built in already. That way you can play your backed up games out of the gates. It can also play movies, music, audiobooks, ebooks. This really is a nice all-in-one machine, and the battery life is said to last 6 hours, though admittedly I've never played it long enough for it to die. I just plug it in at the end of the day and then charge it back up for the next day. So you've seen the outside, you've seen the inside, and you know the specs. Well, what's the gameplay like? Whenever I'm going through ROMs or changing pages, there's a weird pop that happens, and I think that's from bad audio recording. It's not actually the system itself, because in-game, these pops aren't happening. There was no doubt in my mind that this is a good handheld system. It gives you that retro feel and it has enough weight to it. If I could change one thing on the SP, it would be that the output only goes on the television or the handheld. I would like a dual screen option. If somebody knows how to fix that issue, maybe comment it down below. It could be an update thing, I don't know. The price puts this right at the top of my list for handheld emulations. The clamshell is super important because it's keeping that screen and the buttons safe from any harm while it's being transferred in your bag or anywhere else. The overall experience of using this is just great. It's exactly what you would expect from Anbernic. I'm happy we got this, and I'm also Fuji. I post videos every Wednesday. We've got video game content, the occasional live stream, travel videos, just general nerdy stuff if you want to hang out. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, subscribe. Please.